What's up? Did you guys ever see that commercial? I think it was like Budweiser. And all the guys call each other up on the telephone and they do the what's up? I don't know what made me think about that, because there's certainly no beer drinking going on here. Which, I never liked beer. I don't have a thing if you like beer, but sometimes I'd see somebody have pizza or wings with a cold beer and I'd think,
oh, that looks good.
And I'd take one little sip of beer and that did me for another 10 years, even when I was younger. Beer, not my thing. Okay, so you'll never know what we're going to talk about on my channel, do ya? Okay. Layout time. This is a 12 by 12. This background is October afternoon. This is my sunny sun. It is a picture of him in New York. If you watched my last video, I'm just continuing right along with the New York pictures. This, I can't remember what that is. Hang on. You know you're old when you take notes to remind yourself of something, but you forget you took notes. So, thank goodness, on the back of this layout, I jotted down that this is Studio Calico from the Wonderlust collection. I didn't put down which particular paper it was, but it is so pretty. These little labels over here are from Fancy Pants, and I think it's it's one of their recent collections, and these are the little stickers that come on the 12 by 12 sheet with the alphabets and the labels. This Happened is from Amy Tangerine, the 1 Plus or Plus One collection. This little Brad Prima, this Prima, the alphabets, I believe that's Basic Gray, or else this is Basic Gray, and that is Fancy Pants. I don't know what this is, guys. I think it's off of that same 12 by 12 from Fancy Pants. Up here, I just cut a couple of banners. Here's more of those labels. I outlined and distressed the wood pieces. Well, it looks like wood, doesn't it? But it's not. Here I have some black sequins. No, they're not sequins. I lied about that. Look, you can tell I lied because my tongue is black. Anyway, my tongue's not really black, but when my son was younger and I thought that he was telling me a fib, I would say, "Let me see your tongue." And when he stuck it out, I was like, "Oh, your tongue's black. You're lying." And I pulled the same thing on Nate, although both of them learned about 7, 8 years old that I was lying about their black tongue, and it didn't work anymore. But these are little black, like faceted enamel dots. I outlined this with my black pen. You can see once again I did a little alterations, a little modifications with my picture using Photoshop elements, and all I did is outline my son's head and then change the background so that it's just a little bit faded. I splattered a little black paint, and I think it's Studio Calico Pinstripe, and that's the story on this layout. The title is This Happened. The kid who never sleeps visits the city that never sleeps. Oh, aren't I witty? This kid, and Nate is the same way. If I would have let him stay up and never made him go to bed, he would have stayed up for 4 days straight. I just know it. I don't think I'm going to zoom in, because chances are with my editing software, which is called Wondershare, I've probably already zoomed in to show you things. So let's move on. If you want any information about that editing software, well, let me spit it out right now. It's pretty easy to operate. It's very intuitive. I think it was $39.99. I believe, I was going to say it's by Microsoft, but I don't think it is. I know it works on a PC. I am not sure if it works on Apple's or not, but it's called Wondershare Video Editor. And I like it. Let's go to the next layout. So we're finally getting away from the New York pictures. The background is from the collage set. No, let me start over. The collage stack by Die Cuts with a View. I've probably had that for a good year and just never used it, but it's a very pretty stack. I have told you before, I admit I am a paper snob, but secretly my alter ego goes to Michael's or Joann and I buy Die Cuts with a View paper stacks. Yes, I buy them. But then I get them home and I act like I'm too good to use them. But then every now and then I'll pull a couple of stacks when my mojo is missing and I think, oh, maybe I'll look through these paper stacks and that'll get my mojo going. And when I do that, I'm always surprised because I think, what pretty papers are in those paper stacks, which takes us all the way full circle to, the reason I probably bought it in the first place. So this is one of those times I pulled a paper out of my paper stacks. This is the little Polaroids from that Polaroid paper stack. You'll see I didn't stamp. I used my stencil and some gesso to these. Oh, you guys, I am working with a new camera. I actually broke down and bought a new Canon ELPH PowerShot 5 something HS. It had such great reviews. My flip is old and it's not dead yet, but I'm worried that any day it could go. It definitely wasn't acting right. So I thought, I'm going to beat this horse to the finish line, and I bought this new camera, but it just turned off on its own. So I don't know how much footage I have of that last layout. I'll show it again just in case. But if you wondered what just happened there, my camera shut off and I will end up merging the two different videos together. Bear with me as I learn new technology. This is another 12 by 12. If you watched a couple videos ago, I did a few layouts with Nate, my grandson, and my husband fishing for his Boy Scout badge. And here is another layout of their fishing trip last summer. I did not go, but boy, they brought home some of the best pictures. I just love this. Oh, I'll tell you where you can find the other layout, like you even care. But the other layout I did for Ronnie Sue's Scrappers challenge. It's just a couple of videos behind this one. So if you want to see another layout or picture of Nate and my husband fishing, that's where you'll find it, because I'm sure you're stressing over that. Okay. Corrugated cardstock. I actually did this myself with a piece of craft paper because I have this device and you turn it like this and the paper goes through and you can make your own corrugated cardstock. Now, it can't be 12 by 12 because the device itself is only about 8 to 9 inches wide. But I mean, do you always need 12 by 12 corrugated cardstock? You may not need it at all. So that's what this is. I cut a hole in it, put some black cardstock back behind there to make the picture pop. If ever you're working on a layout and when you lay your picture down on your paper, your pattern paper, and you think, oh my gosh, that just blends in, back it with some black cardstock. Now, this is a little plastic or acetate label. It says, hashtag has my heart. These come from the Pebbles Front Porch die cuts. Oh, this is from that collection that Danielle Brown sent to me. And it was by Bella Boulevard, one of their very recent collections for boys. I loved these, Danielle, and I actually did a layout using that paper finally. I'll have to share it soon. Hi, Danny. Hi, Ronnie. I forgot to say hi. These little transparencies, I think they're from that Bella Boulevard ephemera. This says, Fishin' for my badge. And I believe this is Thickers, and I think this is the Remarks font. This little journal card is just that. It's a journal card. I think it's from, I'm not even going to say because I'm not sure. But these two are from the same packet. This is K & Company or KI Memories. I picked up a nice little package of these 3D cameras at Joann's. And it's over with the KI Memories or K&I Memories. It's a section that I don't always look at because I'm not fond of KI Memories, but sometimes they'll have ephemera packets and die cuts that are 3D like this one that are very cute. I've got some little transparent arrows in here, some little labels. You'll see there's a wood veneer. I think that's Freckled Fawn. This is a basic gray bread from a collection from a couple of years ago, and I put 2 on there because there's 2 people. This little doggy also came from the Pebbles die cuts. That was actually on a 6 by 12 cardboardy type thing, as were these little trees down here. Here's another bread from that basic gray set. It says You and Me. Sugar and Spice. Whoop. It looks like a bottle cap, and I believe it's from that same Bella Boulevard collection that Danny sent to me. Here's the little flare button with the geotag. I bet you didn't know that, but I don't know where it comes from. Let's see. You Are My Favorite. A couple little banners. Look at these little heart enamel dots. So cute. I wish I could tell you where they came from. Wish I could tell you the paper. Let's see if I wrote it on back. I did not, but there's the back of it if that looks familiar to you. And I probably don't need to zoom in because I probably have with that new software. So innovative I am.
Danielle Brown, are you watching?
This is one of the pieces of paper that Danielle Brown, who does a great channel, please go check her out if you don't already. She's a member of the SNL design team and the little stickers on the My Style Stamps design team. Those are 2 of my favorite places, and she's on the design team for both of them. And she well deserves it because I'm going to tell you something. She's a good crafter, so go check her channel out. Anyway, she surprised me a few months ago with a rack, and she sent me the Max collection from Bella Boulevard, totally for boys. Now, I wouldn't say baby boys, but I would say older boys, toddler on up. And my Nate, you guys, if you watch my videos, you know this is kind of a double-edged sword for me. I don't know how I feel about guns. I know that guns don't kill, people do. And I guess if I had my wish, I just wish that only military and police had guns. But I know that's not feasible. So I don't know how I feel about gun control. I don't like them. You know, I don't like them in the hands of the people that should not have them. But no matter what you do, if you have a little boy, chances are they're going to play guns, whether it's on a video game or they pick up a stick and shoot with it. So, listen, I'll tell you what, I'm as bad as anybody. I've bought in guns, but sometimes it makes me cringe a little bit, but what are you going to do? So anyway, Oh, and the camera went off again. I got a problem here. I probably have the settings wrong. So again, I may be able to fix this so you can't even tell. But if you notice something wonky's going on, the camera keeps going off on me. Again, it's new. I'll have to read the instructions, I guess. Anyway, a couple of years ago, 2012, Nate was an army man for Halloween. Wasn't this paper perfect, Danny? Anyway, these little journal cards were part of the collection. These were part of the collection, the striped ones. You'll see I backed it on some orange cardstock. Again, in case you didn't catch this, it is the Max collection by Bella Boulevard. These little flares, I believe, I got them from Etsy. Look at this cute little monster haunted house, this little ghosty. Just perfect for this. I'm really happy with this layout. And look over here at the little Brad. That Brad is a gun. Oh, no, Nate will correct me. It is not a gun, it's a rifle. Okay, so anyway, you see this big 8x10? What I did is used Photoshop Elements number 12 and just added this black background to the picture. He was seated in front of the fireplace and my mantle, so it was all behind here. But through the magic of photo editing, I blacked that out and it almost looks like a professional picture. And believe me, guys, I'm not too good at this stuff. So if I can do it, you can too. Photoshop Elements. The alphabet stickers here are also from the Bella Boulevard collection. Over here, I used one of my page protectors from Becky Higgins Project Life, and Miss Judy Bakes sent that to me for my birthday last year. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. Judy, if you're watching, I just have to say this real quick.
Oh my gosh, I do not believe Aiden and how he reads. Aiden, good boy. You're doing a great job. You are a good reader, sweetheart. And Vicky is going to get you a present because you're such a good reader. And I'm going to send it to you soon. But not real soon because y'all know I'm horrible about mailing things. I think I mailed him his Christmas book like in June. Oh, I'm so horrible. But one of these days, it's going to be a surprise. You're going to get a little present because you're such a good reader, Aiden. Anyway, if you don't watch Judy Bakes 22, I'm going to leave the video I'm talking about
In the down bar, you've got to see this kid read. He's 4 years old. Amazing. Okay, and over here is another picture like this, Photoshop Elements. Here is Nate's mom and her friend and his sister all dressed up for Halloween. This is just a journal card. I decorated it. This is from Amy Tangerine Plus One collection. Some little orange enamel dots. I used my EK Success bat punch to punch the little bats out. Here's more alphabets from over there. Here's a couple more little pictures of them out for trick-or-treat. This says say cheese. This comes from the Me and My Big Ideas, which is also called Mambi stickers. I looked for these forever. This is actually like on a sticker like this, but once you put it on your picture, it doesn't really look like an actual sticker. So these are so cool. There's another one of these, but it's white. This is Nate. Somebody had a gas mask kind of outfit for Halloween, and he was trying it on with his sister's little slippers, high heels. And I put one of those little stickers that says, look at this. Anyway, I'm sure I've zoomed in by now. This video is quite long enough and stressful enough. This keeps falling over and it keeps stopping. So let me get this uploaded. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment or even private message me. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Bye-bye.